Yeah, hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the next element of the FI organizational structure. Okay, so below the company we are having this company code. So we are going to look at the company code today. So this was the question in our last session. Ki what is the table name for company? So we saw in that particular session only the table is T880. Okay, so these are the topics we are going to explore today. What is the company code all about and what is the purpose of it, and then the path to reach that screen and define it, and the other important parameters available in that screen and the use of each parameters we are going to see in this session only. Okay, let us start with our main content. Okay, so let's talk about the company code. So firstly, the first question that comes into our mind is why do we need the company code? Okay, so we will be understanding it with the help of example. Okay, suppose we are having Tata Group, and we all know that Tata Group is actually operates across multiple business lines. Okay, and we also know that it is operating in like more than 100 of countries. Okay, so the startup group is operating across multiple businesses and having it operation spreaded in different countries. So its operation would be represented by separate or the unique legal entities as per the statutory requirements of the each country. Okay, so for example, under the Tata Group, we are having like Tata Motors. Let me write the full name. Okay, we are having Tata Motors Limited, we are having Tata Steel Limited, and we are having Tata Chemical Limited, and we are having other various countries. Okay, Tata like is in a business of consumer products, the power. Okay, so we are having various entities comes under the Tata Group. So these entities are known with these name in the India. Okay, similarly we are having like Tata Motors Thailand Limited. Okay, let me write it, Tata Motors Thailand Limited. So in Thailand, the same Tata Motor is known by the name of Tata Motors Thailand Limited. And if you see the Tata Steel, suppose I'm taking one more example, Tata Steel USA Incorporation. So in USA, it is known by this name. And if you see the Tata Chemical Limited, and if you see in Europe, its name is Tata Chemicals Europe Limited. So, for example, originally we are having these entities which are based or headquartered in India, and these same entities we are also having the presence in other countries with unique name and the like Tata Motors Thailand Limited, Tata Steel US Incorporation, Tata Chemicals Europe Limited. So these particular region or the countries would have their own laws of governing businesses or the entities. Okay, so that is why we need the company code to cater to the need of the statutory requirements of the country or the legal requirements of the specific country. Okay, so and there might be you have question, for example, in single country like India, under the Tata Group we are having the multiple like business vertical and the entities. For example, for the automobiles we are having motors, and for steel, for this steel part we are having Tata Steel Limited, and the chemical related things comes under the Tata Chemical Limited. So now the question is, do we need individual company code for each business line or business vertical, or we can have the single entity or the company code for each country? Like for India we are having single entity or the single company code. So here you, it's depend up to the business only. Either you can have this single entity and you can like segregate these business vertical with the business area functionality in SAP, or you can have the individual entity, okay, or individual company code like IN01 for Tata Motors, 02 for steel, Tata for 03 for Tata Chemicals. Okay, so that way you can also have your functionality in SAP. But there are like different nuances of creating separately or having like single entity. If you create separately and if you want to like have a transaction within these particular two entities, there is a like cross company code posting at the and having the legal implications. Okay, so it's solely depend on the business how they want their like business to be defined in the SAP. Okay, now let in general we will discuss what this company code is. So we simply define it as independent legal accounting entity. Okay, so we have already seen that for each country we are having the legal entity which is known as the company code. And technically in SAP it is a four character alphanumeric key. Okay, so it can be alphabet, like all four are alphabet, and it can be numeric, all four numbers. Okay, so and it can also be a mix of both alphabet and the number. Okay, and other thing, for example, in SAP, if you are creating any master record like vendor master record, customer master record, or posting any entry with respect to any of the company code or entity, these four character alphanumeric key or the code would be applicable and would be used everywhere. Okay, now for example, if you go to the screen of SAP, okay, to define the company code, we are having some important parameters. Okay, and what are these parameters? We are going to see one by one. At the top, we are having company code. So we have already seen what is company code. You can give this four character alphanumeric key, and then we are having company name. Okay, so you can give the name as per the business requirement like Tata Motors, Steel, Chemical, or just like Tata India Limited or any name, okay, as per the business requirement. And next, you are having the city, the like headquarter city or the city of operation. And then we are having this country where it is actually operating. Okay, but in SAP, so the country would be like defined as a two letter, okay, or there are two alphabet. Like for India, we are having IN, for USA, we are having US. So these two alphabet would be there for each country, okay, in SAP. And whatever the country you are giving in this, it is regarded in SAP as a home country, and all other are the foreign. And the next is currency. So whatever the currency you are giving, firstly, this is treated as the local currency or the company code currency. And in SAP, it is defined by three alphabet. Okay. So let me write it. For example, for India, we are having INR. For US, we are having USD. So first two alphabet IN represents the country or the region of operation, and the third alphabet represents the currency. For example, India, the currency is rupee. For like USD, okay, for US, we are having this US, United States, D represents dollar. Okay, so this is how it is represented in system and also in like real scenario or real life. And after currency, we are having this language. Okay, so language again is a two alphabet only, like like English EN. Okay, mostly we use EN, and it can also differ country to country. Like in Germany, we can have the German, so it is two alphabet number. Okay, and for example, after giving these parameter, once you save your entity, the new pop-up will come up. Okay, that is majorly related to address part. Okay, about it. Okay, so under that, what you have in that screen at the top, it will ask you about the title. Okay, so title can be like company, Mr., Mrs. for individuals. So as per the requirement, you can define it. Okay, and in whole screen, you will find different like controls or the elements, and the mandatory element is the country. in this particular screen. Okay, so here giving the country is, let me write it, country is mandatory on this particular screen. Okay, and apart from this, you can give like mobile number or the like state. Okay, state of the country where the business is based, and apart from that you can give the email addresses. Okay, so all these parameters are optional and you can maintain as per the business requirement. Here, whatever the parameter we are giving under this screen, or we are giving like under this address screen or the second pop-up, all these are created to cater the specific regulations of the country. Okay, like the currency, what would be the language, we configure these as per the legal requirement of that country and according to the business. And the most important point is it is mandatory to define company code for FI module or other module also, because at the end in the system you would be like calculating the financial statements or the financial performance. Okay, so it is required to define the company code, and it is significant because without company code definition you cannot prepare your financial statements, you cannot post any of the accounting entry also. Now we will discuss about the path. Okay, so we have already seen and know to define any of the entity or any of the element, we have to go through the path or T code to define it. So firstly we will write the path. So the path is SPRO, and then we are having a reference IMG, and then enterprise structure, enterprise structure definition, and then financial accounting, and then finally edit, copy, delete, and check company code, you will be able to see. So once you click on this, the screen will open up to define the company code. Okay, so the T code is, T code are the shortcuts. Okay, we already have seen our previous sessions. So it is OX02. Let me highlight it. Huh? So the T code to define the company code is OX02. Okay, and apart from this, for example, previously we defined the company. Company we have seen is used for the consolidation of the financial statements and represents the group. Okay, so how those financial statements of the various entities are actually consolidated? So it is done using the, let me come here, assignment. Okay, so it is done using the assignment. So these entities are actually interlinked or connected using the assignment functionality in SAP. So we have to actually assign the company code to company. Okay, so if you like assign the company code to the company, then whatever the financial statement you will draw at the company level, it will fetch the data of the company code. Okay, so for that we are also having the path and T code, which is SPRO. Let me skip the refmg, enterprise structure, and then assignment, and then financial accounting. So I'm using here some shortcut like fin for financial. Okay, so don't be confused. And then assign company code to company. Okay, what we have done, we have assigned the company code to the company. Okay, so for that we are also having the T code, which is OX, let me bold it, OX16. So using this T code, you can land up on the screen of the assignment. Okay, let's jump to our question section. So the first question is, which table stores the company code data? So it is also one of the most used table. For example, in any of the client, if you want how many company code are available or have been defined, you can check after going to this particular table. So the table is 3001. Okay. And the second question is, which I want all of you to give the answer in the comment section. So the question is, which fields of company code are non-modifiable? Okay, so once you define the company code, you give some field or the parameter we have seen. So some of these fields are non-modifiable. Okay, so SAP actually try to maintain the integrity of the data. Okay, so for that, some of the fields are not modifiable. Okay, so you have to write those in the comment section. Thank you. We will meet in the next session.